Yours, damn right, it's better than yours. I can teach you.
What it is, ho? Oh, what's up? Ivori covered that eye. Girl, that eye was covered the whole episode. Glasses, whole episode. I covered up the whole episode. Girl, you might as well just let that eye breathe, ho. We already know she got that eye. Rock, paper, scissors. Lex, what? Lex got that eye. Girl, we already know she got that eye. What you trying to hide it for? What are you trying to hide that eye for? Girl, we already know what's hanging to the floor. Girl, you might as well take them glasses off and let that eye hang, child. We already know it's there. Honestly, this review is really not going to be that long. However, we still got some things to get into. So, girl, I'm not even going to waste any of your time. Just make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that post notification bell so you know every single time I post a new video. Girl, it's MessyMya. It's the Messy Mob. Girl, we are lit over here. Trust and believe that. And yeah, let's get into the mess. All right, child, let's do it. Let's get into it, child. All right, so Natalie and Tinkerbella have a FaceTime call at the beginning of the episode because Natalie is telling Tinkerbella about Wildin' Out. Girl, next. Girl, so Jayla, Natalie, Rolly, and Scotty, girl, the Baddies South girls. Y'all know one thing about it and two things for sure. The Baddies South girls are going to, girl, meet up and do a scene, child. All right? So they get to talking about Ivori not being able to take a joke. And it's like, I don't understand what y'all don't understand at this point. It really was not a joke. Y'all were being messy. Stop being messy, and then when the mess come, y'all don't know how to handle it. Stop, like, y'all always do that shit. Like, I'm telling y'all, throwing rocks out of y'all hands. Like, I understand that it was supposed to be a prank, but now y'all need to understand that it is no longer, it's not a prank anymore. It's not a prank anymore because that prank turned into 5 rounds. That prank resulted in the black eye. That prank resulted in Ivori's eye hanging to the floor. Ivori is still wearing sunglasses trying to cover up that eye as we speak because y'all wanted to pull a prank. That prank resulted in Big Lex ending up on her back 3 times. It's not a prank anymore, okay? It's not a prank anymore, and y'all need to understand that. Stop trying to blame people for being mad about the prank. Y'all shouldn't have did it. Y'all shouldn't have did it, and if y'all was gonna do it, y'all should have stood on it. Now they don't want to stand on it. Now they're trying to blame everybody else for it. Yes, it's no longer a prank because they actually got into it. So, girl, please, okay? Anyways, so then they start to talk about how Ivori. Okay, so. This part had me so weak. So apparently, in the midst of all of this, while Scotty was about to give out the chains, right? Ivori had pulled Natalie to the side and told Natalie, whoever gives Big Lex a chain, I'm gonna get them. Like, I need that from, if y'all gonna give Big Lex a chain, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, girl, so I'm like, okay, so y'all some scary ass bitches. So that's why y'all gave Jazz the chain. Y'all hoes are scary as the fuck. Like, so Natalie is like, you know, like, you're not about to bully us into not giving somebody a chain. Well, that's exactly what happened because she, honestly, I would have tested her gangster. Like, I'm gonna test your gangster. Like, I'm gonna give Big Lex a chain just because you're a hating ass bitch that's willing to literally fight somebody because I'm gonna give her the chain. I'm gonna give her the chain just because of that. And I want to test you. Like, what? Like, what? What you mean? What you mean? Like, what you mean you gonna beat me up because I give somebody a chain? Girl, please. Child, anyways, so that's why, girl, I don't give a damn. To me, I feel like that's why they gave Jazz a chain. Y'all some scary ass bitches. Y'all should have never said that. The OGs are so scary. All they do is sit around and talk shit all day. Don't get in the paint. Don't stand on nothing. How y'all let a new girl punk y'all into giving somebody else a chain? Girl, please. Anyways, so, girl, not Ivori, but Rolly says how Ivori is basically a bully and lied about not coming in on that type of time because if y'all don't know, Ivori basically told the fans, and she went on live and told the fans like, hey, I'm going to keep my hands to myself. I'm not going to be a bully. I'm not going to be on that type of timing that I usually am on Now That's TV. So, Rolly brought that up and basically called Ivori a lying ass bitch. Like, no, hey, girl, and she didn't exactly say that, but girl, I'm going to translate it. I'm going to add a little stank to it because that's basically what she meant. She literally said, she said that she wasn't going to come on that type of timing, yet she's doing it anyway. You're basically calling her liar. And honestly, I feel like she needs that from y'all. Because all y'all bitches is fake. Like, all y'all are fake as fuck. Y'all literally sat there in the scene talking shit about Ivori, but when she was in y'all face, towering over y'all, standing over y'all, telling y'all that she needs that, and that y'all are messy, nobody had nothing to say. But girl, next episode in this scene, everybody got so much to say about Ivori. Y'all are punks. Y'all are punk assholes. And I said what I said. I said what I said. Okay? So like I said, at this point, they're talking about Ivori. Girl, they're popping it. Okay? They have no problem telling the OGs, right? They have no problem telling anybody else about themselves. Why y'all not checking Ivori? If y'all feel like Ivori is such a problem and Ivori can't take a joke and Ivori takes things too serious and it's not that serious, and she said she wasn't going to come on the show trying to be a bully, but she's being a bully, why y'all not checking her? Why y'all in the scene cooped up talking about her though? But y'all ain't say nothing. But like I said, y'all have no problem checking anybody else. Y'all are hissy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, girl. So next, girl. The OGs are punks. Next. Ivori gonna get y'all, and y'all cannot convince me otherwise. Ivori already don't like y'all. She already called y'all fake. She already said y'all be copping please and stuff like that. But then y'all made a whole scene dedicated to talking about her. She gonna get y'all. I'm telling y'all, and I'm not gonna feel bad for you guys. I'm not gonna feel bad, okay, for either one of y'all. Girl. So anyways, girl, Rolly recaps how Jazz tried to give her chain away and how she did not like it, and how Summer snatched it. Girl, they start to recap Slim and her pathetic ass getting on all fours to cater to Rolly and to kiss Rolly's ass. Girl, next. I don't want to talk about this. OGs, next. That scene, next. Emma, Lex, and Pretty P do a scene together. Okay, and it's clearly morning because, girl, we see makeup-free, fresh faces from all three. And, girl, it was given. I'm not going to lie. They all looked really good without makeup. Not going to lie. Girl, Emma tells us she has the shit. This is the most interesting thing that Emma has said all season, girl. Now, let me stop. All right. So, Big Lex tells Jazz that she shouldn't have tried to give her chain away to Pretty P because by doing that, she took the light off herself and gave it to somebody else. And she should have embraced that moment. Honestly, Big Lex is just mad that she didn't get the chain, which is like, honestly, rightfully so. Big Lex should have definitely got that chain over Jazz. But it's like, just say that I would rather Big Lex just be real and just been like, I feel like you don't deserve the chain. Like, why making it about something else? Like, her wanting to give her chain to Pretty P has absolutely nothing to do with you. Like, it has nothing to do with you. Like, girl, just say that you're mad that you didn't get the chain. And like I said, rightfully so. So, girl, she tells Jazz that, girl, it's just like, what is this right now? Like, what is this conversation? Big Lex pissed me off. Big Lex be pissing me off with all these stupid ass questions and dumb ass statements that she do. And I'm just like, girl, next. Girl, so, Pretty P is overlooked though. Although Jazz, I don't feel like Jazz did anything wrong. Like, I think we all know, or most of us know, that Jazz should not have gotten that chain in that moment. Okay, maybe throughout the show, if they would have like gifted it to her at like a club booking or something, okay. But in that moment, Jazz did not deserve that chain. And I honestly don't understand why, when she acknowledged that she didn't really deserve the chain over other candidates in the house, why that's such an issue. Why is that such an issue? She did not deserve the chain in that moment. Pretty P is overlooked. She is overlooked. Pretty P running with everybody. She don't duck no smoke. Okay? She's in the field. Whenever somebody calls her out, she gets in the field. She call out people. She done called out OGs. She done called out new girls. She done stood on business. I don't understand why she wouldn't be a candidate for the chain. I don't even think that Pretty P got a chain throughout the season, which again is just so baffling to me. But, it is what it is, child. Girl, so like I said, Big Lex and these dumbass questions, these dumbass statements, I'm just like, girl. But I still like Big Lex, so I'm just saying, like, what is this conversation? Oh, Jazz, I just feel like, Girl, shut the fuck up. Don't, hey, shut up. Anyways, so girl, I'm just like, again, second of all, like, her wanting to give the chain to Pretty P does not affect you, especially because Pretty P is definitely overlooked. So I just don't understand what this is right now. Girl, it's just like, girl, Big Lex, they weren't going to choose you anyway because Ivori was literally in their ear popping it about how she was going to pop them if they gave you the chain. So you, honestly, girl, you need to get the OGs for being scary because the OGs didn't give you your chain because Ivori was in their ear. It wouldn't have mattered who was a candidate. They weren't going to pick you, unfortunately, and it's so unfair that they let Ivori get in their head like that. But, girl, Big Lex was popping big shit in her confessional, child, saying that Jazz is only relevant because of Summer. And I'm not saying that I agree. But did she lie? I mean, no, actually, I do agree. Because I said that before, too. So let me stop lying. Girl, I'm just saying. Okay. Jazz is not relevant on the show. Like, on the show. And y'all don't get mad at me because y'all was getting mad at me last time. She's not relevant on the show. Like, I'm sorry. I said this before multiple times. Like, she fades into the background super fast and she is easily forgotten. That's why she was on the chopping block to go home. Are we all forgetting that? Like, outside of Summer being obsessed over her and picking with her and fighting with her, Jazz does not get camera time outside of Summer. She really does not. Girl, so you know what I mean? Like, I understand that people can be boring outside of fighting. I'm not in middle school. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. But Jazz does not... Girl, never mind. Because y'all gonna get mad. What y'all be mad at me for? I'm just saying. She fades into the background. I be forgetting that Jazz is even on a show until Summer picks with her. But girl, you know, it is what it is. So girl, like I said, it's one thing if she did get camera time and shine outside of Summer. But she really doesn't, okay? Big Lex was hating on Jazz in this moment about that chain. She was throwing shade, popping it in the confessionals, all that. But again, she literally got cheated out of a chain, so I am not mad at her. I'm not mad at her, okay? I'm not mad at her for hating, girl. She, like I said, they literally cheated her out that chain. Big Lex in that moment should have gotten that chain. She then asked Jazz, how do you feel about Summer? She said, how do you feel about Summer snatching your chain? How do you feel about Summer snatching? Big Lex, how is she supposed to feel, ho? How is she supposed like, what is this? Like, if I was Jazz, I would have, because at this point, I feel like you're trying to be funny. Are you trying to be funny? Like, what is this right now? Like, what do you mean, how do I feel about somebody running up on me and snatching my chain? Girl, Emma sat there quiet the whole time, just kept telling them how she had to take a dookie. Emma, shut the hell up. Like, no, because she was pissing me off. Like, okay, the first time, okay, we get it. How many times you gonna tell them that you... Girl, Emma, Emma need to go home. Emma needs to go home. Emily, she gotta go. I'm sick of this hoe. Okay, so Ivori, Tink, and DTB meets up in the next scene. Girl, Ivori is still mad, girl. Ivori is still mad. She wants to know who did it. She wants to know who switched the names. She wants to fight the person who did it and Big Lex. And my thing is that Ivori, ho, they already told you who did it. At this point, it's just like, girl, you don't want to, you're being delusional about, okay, you know what? I kind of understand why she feels like Natalie didn't do it. Especially because Natalie, like, played it off, like, real slick. Like, at first, when Ivori asked, she was like, oh, we all did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, acting like she was covering for somebody. And then she just took the blame. So, the way that Natalie kind of set it up, I understand why Ivori doesn't believe it. But, girl, if they keep telling you that Natalie did it and Natalie herself did it, and Natalie, even if you feel like Natalie want to take the fall so bad, girl, get that home. You want to take the fall for it, do it. But Natalie, in reality, really did switch the names. And Ivori is being so delusional about Natalie removing the signs from the door. Girl. So Ivori do not like Big Lex at this point, child. And you can tell. You can tell. Girl, Big Lex done bruised that ego. That eye is hanging to the floor. Every time she look in the mirror, she's reminded of Big Lex. I just know she don't like Big Lex at this point. So she feels like Big Lex does not deserve a Baddies chain, and I don't understand why you feel like that. Why do you feel like Big Lex doesn't deserve a Baddies chain? Big Lex did something that nobody else in the house is gonna do. Nobody. She got in the paint with you multiple times. And in my opinion, you know, she did well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, girl, she stood on business. Why does she not deserve a chain? So, girl, Ivori said that she feels like Summer deserves a chain over Big Lex. you know? And she felt like, she said that Summer deserved the chain over Jazz too. But you were just defending, okay. Anyway, so speaking of Summer, Summer walks into the scene and she immediately gets on Ivori for basically inserting herself where she feels like Ivori didn't belong. When Summer was getting ready to snatch the chain from Jazz, girl. Y'all know Ivori stood in front and she basically said like, girl, if you snatch this chain, I'ma snatch you up. Okay? And we all know Ivori has no problem doing that. All right? So, girl, she confronts Ivori. Okay, and Ivori basically explained to her why she felt, why she did what she did. Girl, you know, they're cool. It is what it is. But Summer starts to pop it in the confessionals and roast Ivori. And girl, when I say popping it, I mean popping it. Like, girl, you lost, you got beat up, da-da-da-da-da, you're mad. Like, like, girl, why didn't you say this in the scene when you were confronting her? When you were confronting her and she was popping it about why she was willing to jump in that fight for Jazz and get you, you wasn't even on that type of time in Summer. And like I said, I love me some Summer. I love Summer down. But it's like, I cannot stand when these girls have the opportunity to say what they need to say in person and they choose not to. And they play it cool, but they get in their confessionals popping shit. So, girl, in the next scene, the OGs are basically going to the stage, to the arena or whatever for Wild 'N Out to do a sound check. And on the way to the sound check, these bitches is popping their gums about the new girls. Specifically, again, Ivori. Oh my gosh. Girl, all the OGs do is sit up and talk about people. That's all they do. Like, girl, next. It's just ridiculous at this point. So the new girls, along with DTB and Tinkerbella, they are also on the way to Wild 'N Out. Girl, like I said, Ivori is hurt. That ego is bruised. Big Lex did a number on Ivori. Even if y'all feel like Big Lex was losing, she got beat up, she got tore up, whatever y'all say. Even if y'all feel like that, which is cool, Big Lex, it's like, did she really lose? Look how she got Ivori. Ivori is literally moping around the entire episode. Moping around, having an attitude, still talking about Big Lex, still popping it about her, still saying, oh, I need that. Which is so funny to me because it seems as though in the next episode, Big Lex called her out and she was ducking smoke. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. How you threw a drink on her and said, oh, we're going to fight every day. You still talking about her. You still saying, oh, I'm still going to get her. I still need that. But the next episode, okay, girl. So like I said, whether you feel like Big Lex won or not, she did a number on Ivori regardless. Ivori's ego, like I said, is bruised, hurt, all that, girl. She can't even have a good time because of Big Lex. So as I said, the girls are on the bus on the way to Wild 'N Out, and Ivori comes by the girls with just a big ass dark cloud above her, and she tells the girls, I'm just here to get some liquor. I'm not trying to ride with y'all. What did they do to you? What did they do to you? Like, why are you so mad at them? So, girl, Bad Dolly gets in her confessional and clocks Ivori in the confessionals. Like, girl, you came in popping all that ish, popping them gums, talking all that mess. But now you done got, and now you don't know how to handle it. Now you got an attitude. And Bad Dolly was like, girl, you win some, you lose some. I really wish she would have said that to Ivori in person. But you know what? It's, girl, they at this point, girl, they never say what they got to say to each other's face anyway. And Bad Dolly is starting to bore me too. No shade. Like, no shade. And I know she's not boring, but I'm just saying, I feel like these girls, they fade into the background so easily. Like, and don't say, oh, it's because she's not fighting. It's really not because of that. Because even on a bus, when she's in these scenes and on a bus, it's like she really don't have much to say. Like, so it's like they give the girls opportunities to not be boring and they just don't take it. Bad Dolly is starting to bore me too. So girl, y'all do with that what you want. So girl, like I said though, Bad Dolly has an interesting moment where she clocks Ivori in the confessionals. Then Diamond the Body says that the OGs should have stood on business and not cop no pleas when it came to the whole name tag thing. And I definitely agree. Y'all wanted to be messy so bad, but now the mess done turned into real mess. Y'all wanted the fake Kiki mess, but when it turned into real mess, everybody hiding. Don't nobody want to say nothing. Don't nobody want to own up. Okay? So yeah, they should have stood on business. Then she says that's why she respects Big Lex so much is because Big Lex did something that the other girls would not dare do, which is get in the paint with Ivori round after round after round and stick up to Ivori. And I agree. And Summer is like, girl, me too. I'm not scared of Ivori, which I don't really feel like Summer is. Like, I don't know. Like, Summer did get done up by Ivori, but you know, Summer was still in the paint. Summer still called out her fade with Ivori. She still stood up for herself against Ivori when Ivori was starting with her for no reason on the second day, right? But it's like, girl, Ivori stepped in and called out your fade when you tried to snatch Jazz chain. You stepped down, you ain't say nothing. Then, girl, not fast forward, but rewind to this episode where you were in Ivori's face confronting her and acting like everything was cool, but then in the confessionals, it was a completely different story. So it's like, girl, you're not scary, but you a little picky choosy sometimes too, and I still can't believe you let Tinkerbella slap you in your face like that and you ain't get your lick back. And you up kikiing with her every episode, and she done slapped you for no reason. Oh, girl, I like Summer, but it's like, I don't know. I be noticing some things about some of the girls. Okay? So, child, you know, DTB getting drop kick at the little function or whatever last episode gets brought up, and apparently this was Pretty P's sister. Child, so apparently Pretty P's little sister then drove from Milwaukee to Chicago just to get Diamond. So they were trying to get on her. They were trying to blame her like, oh, like, you know, like it's your fault, da-da-da-da-da, like for what your sister did. And Pretty P was like, it is what it is. Pretty P is not scared of nothing. Nothing. I love it though. She said, girl, I didn't tell her to do it, but it is what it is. I'm behind my sister. I said, girl, I know that's right. It was still lame as hell on the sister's part though. I will say that. But, you know, we moved forward and the Wild and Out part was coming up. It was exciting. I was so happy for them, y'all. All of them. And I just noticed in the midst of this that Jaden's BBL is so bad. Like, and like, we all been knew this, but it's like, her BBL is lopsided as hell. Like, I ain't never seen nothing like it. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. Like, nothing is proportionate. It's just a mess. It's a mess. But anyways, they were all happy. They were all excited. They were so excited. And honestly, I love this part of the show. It was so positive, so refreshing. No drama. You know, but it was far from boring though. So I liked it. The way they were all happy made me happy, especially the newbies. I love this for them, and there's opportunity for them too. Girl, when they got to the part where, like, the girls, like, okay, so Wild 'N Out has his game, right? It's called, like, Let Me Holler or something like that, where basically they were trying to spit game to whoever's on stage. So the girls were spitting game to Hit Me Holler, and this part in particular had me cringing so bad. Like, first of all, why would they pick Scotty of all people? Like, Scotty is boring, y'all. Like I said, now I understand her place on the show. I'm a lot more used to her, so I don't call her boring as much. But it's like, when it comes to stuff like this, Scotty is not that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is Scotty on stage playing games with Wild 'N Out? You gotta be quick with it. You gotta be super, super funny. You gotta be clever. Scotty is none of that, okay? No shade. Girl, I forgot what she said, but I almost turned off my TV. It was so cringy. Girl, Akbar was honestly no better. Akbar and Scotty really had me cringing. Tinkerbella really just, like, Tinkerbella kind of made me cringe, but she had me weak. Girl, she said, hit me and holla, what you trying to do? You got my favorite color on, so I'm trying to make you feel blue. It was just, oh, stupid. Like, I'm like, Tinkerbella, what? Anyways, girl, so now the show is over, and Lemmy announces that the girls are booked for this after party with Nick Cannon, and they go to the after party, they turn up, and that was pretty much it. Girl, so that was my recap for episode 12. It didn't really have much to talk about, but I hope you guys enjoyed it still. If you guys made it this far, go ahead and drop a purple heart emoji. Let me know that you love the video, the recap, and that you stayed to the end. I love y'all so much. It's MessyMya. Bye.